Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Just here. Welcome back to my channel. We are back with a reaction to Last of Us. This is season 1, episode 8, the penultimate episode for the first season, When We Are in Need. And this is the episode that I've been looking forward to most this season. If you guys have been watching any of my reactions to the show, you guys should know this is the episode that I've been hyping up most because it includes my favorite part of the first game. Well, maybe aside from the finale and climax, but I'm super hyped about this one because I also know that the voice actor that plays Joel in the games, he's going to be appearing in this episode, so I'm really excited to see how he does in live action. But I'm assuming most people that are here right now watch this reaction have already seen the episode, so you guys know why I'm so hyped for it, why I'm so excited to see how it actually plays out in live action. So I'm not going to waste any more time. If you guys look for my full reactions to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below. Now subscribe to the channel. Now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go.
Revelation 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men.
I would not want to join one of these groups. It's too, like, cult-like. Religious fanatics. They always creep me out.
When can we bury him?
The ground is too cold to dig. We'll bury your father in the spring.
Hold on to him for that long.
We'll get through this, Trust.
Is that him there? Is that our boy?
We have left. Venison. Elk, rabbit. James.
Running out of food.
Yeah. I sensed doubt in there. Last 6 months have been hard. For all of us. But I need to know you're with me.
For now.
Now go get our guns. We're going hunting.
Okay, now back to these two. This is how I thought the episode would start. She's legit nursing him back to health right now. He would have died without her. Be like 3 episodes now that he's down for the count. I love this portion of the game though. The winter season with all the snow and storyline as well. Definitely let me know your guys' favorite part of the game if you have played it. Oh, there it is. Better than the Walking Dead's deer, that's for sure. Woo! Joel taught her well. She hit it. Wasn't a kill shot, but she hit it.
Well, what do you think? I don't see anybody. You think we can just take it?
They found it.
Don't! Drop your rifles! Now!
The tough voice.
Any sudden moves, I put one right between your eyes. Ditto for Buddy Boy.
My name is David. This is my friend James. We're from a larger group, women, children, and we're all very, very hungry.
He's not
I'm
lying.
a large group too. Also hungry.
We're not asking for charity. We can trade you for some of the deer. We have, what do you need? We have boots.
Medicine?
We do. Back in our village. You're welcome to follow us.
I'm not following you anywhere. Buddy Boy can go get it. He comes back, you get
Smart.
half a deer. Anyone else shows up, I put
Put
one
one
right
right between my eyes. Go talk to Howard. He's got a case with some penicillin. Bring back
Which
2
I'm
bottles
allergic to.
and a syringe. It's a 4-mile round trip back to our settlement. It's going to be a while before James gets back. I have some oil and matches in my pack. We could
Look at her go.
start a fire.
Bring him with us. Go.
You know, you really shouldn't be out here all on your own.
From where I'm sitting, you shouldn't be out here on your own.
It's hard to trust strangers, I know, but I honestly mean you no harm.
Can't trust anybody in this world.
There's room for you in our group if you want.
You're inviting me to your hunger club? Thanks.
I'm a decent man, just trying to take care of the people who rely on me.
That's what they all say.
Later?
Wasn't my choice.
Is this some weird cult thing?
Well, you sort of kind of got me there. I am a preacher, but
Yeah.
pretty
As
standard.
soon as I hear that, I'm out.
I actually started believing after the
Especially in
war.
the apocalypse.
Before that, I was a teacher. Math. Taught kids about your age.
So you went from teacher to preacher because what, it fucking rhymes?
I believe everything happens for a reason. It does. It does. I can prove it to you.
Okay.
We didn't expect this winter to be so cruel, so I sent 4 of our people to a nearby town to scavenge what they could. And only 3 of them came back. And the one that didn't was a father. He had a daughter just like you. Turns out he was murdered by this crazy man. And get this, that crazy man was traveling with a little girl.
Yo, I forgot all about this.
You see? Everything happens for a reason.
And just like that, he
Yeah,
turned
that's
super
all we got.
creepy.
She didn't kill anybody.
From 2 episodes ago, that group,
Or with a gun.
back at the university.
Did you bring the medicine? Yeah, but throw it to her. David.
Back away.
Dick, didn't have to
Remember
drop
how the
it.
Group. You won't survive for long out there. I can protect you. So you're just gonna let her get away.
They're gonna follow her. She's gonna lead them right to Joel too. Fuck. He's in rough shape. Things like pussing.
Joe, where the fuck do I put this?
Don't show it. Oh! Like right in the dead flesh that's sewn back on together. That looks so nasty. Slight turn of his head. Come on, Joel. We need you.
What is it?
Venison.
Throw it in there. They're just getting back with it.
Big one. If you've heard a rumor, yes, we found a girl who was with the man who took Alec from us. When the sun rises, I'll lead a group out to pick up her trail. Won't be hard to find in the snow.
You should kill him. You should kill both of them.
Man, to even make the connection to the start, it was her father that Joel killed. Yo! Laying your hands on a kid? She looks like that one protester.
I know you think you don't have a father anymore. But the truth is, Hannah, you will always have a father. And you will show him respect when he's speaking.
The big guy upstairs.
Thank you.
Everybody's digging right in. I'm not sure if everybody knows right now, if I should say it or not, but I feel like if you're here right now and watch this episode, you know, so yeah. The stuff that she's eating, or who she's eating. I gotta say one thing though, one thing I'm not seeing a lot of is infected. I think they already skipped one combat scene that we would have got. Uh-oh. Something's coming. There they are.
Stay alert. If this man's not already dead, he's dangerous. But the girl. We bring her back with us.
We bring that girl back with us. She's just not enough to feed.
If we leave her out here, she'll die.
Yeah, maybe that's God's will.
Oh, don't question the big guy upstairs. You look down right away. Come on, Joel. feel like I've said that 10 times, but it's all I can say to him right now.
If anybody makes it down here, you fucking kill them. You got it?
He's barely alive right now. Well, he opened his eyes for like 4 seconds, so that's pretty good. I mean, that's a start. The road to recovery. She didn't have to fire the shot, goddamn. All she really had to do was be like, hey, assholes, then just start taking off. Instead, she's like, yo, bop, bop. No! Shimmer!
I got her!
Every show I watch, obviously Ellie too, but always the horses. Man, for Shimmer's sake. Fuck!
Do it.
Don't do it. There you go.
2 of you with me. Drag the horse. The rest of you, stay here, go door to door. You so hungry for vengeance? Deliver it.
Yes, Joel. Yo! Even in the shape that he's in. It's like Michael Myers in Halloween Ends. That's Joel right now. I like it. What a freaky look to give when you die.
I started worrying you wouldn't wake up.
This looks just like the game.
Why am I in a cage?
Because I'm afraid of you. You're a dangerous person. You've certainly proven that.
Cheat up from the feet up. Even when she's beat up.
Did you hear he said the others want to kill you?
Yeah.
But I stopped them. Why don't we just start with your name?
Eat shit.
Hey, listen to me.
First name eat. Last
You
name.
can't survive on your own. No one can.
I'm not on my own.
Right, your friend.
I think they're not taking the exact same approach to this character from the game. I'll discuss it more in the recap, but I think there's an element to the character that they didn't bring over to the show, let's just say.
Timothy?
I feel like we're gonna see Joel in Rambo mode right now. Yes! And he's like near death right now.
I don't know any girl.
He's back, baby.
Jesus!
You focus right here, or I'll pop your fucking kneecap off.
Ooh.
Lie.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Oh, fuck! Oh, the town! What town? Silver Lake.
All right. If I need somebody to talk, just threaten to pop off his kneecap.
Town name. It's a resort.
No, he's gonna point on the map. Your buddy better say the same thing. I learned that from the game. You ever have a situation like this? You need people to talk. This is the trick or the tool that you use.
I'll tell you, I'm not lying. No! No! Jesus! No!
He killed him anyway.
Why the fuck did you do that? He told you what you wanted. You motherfucker, fuck you. I ain't telling you shit.
It's okay.
No.
I believe him.
No.
Yo! So badass. What'd you see, Ellie? I think I know, but say it. In case it wasn't clear just yet.
Just dear me, I swear.
You're gonna chop me up into little pieces.
I'd rather not. Please just tell me your name. If you want to judge me.
Judge you? You're eating people, you sick fuck!
Appropriate reaction.
There are only a few of us that know. But I would have told you. Sooner or later.
You're an animal.
Well, yes, we all are.
Everybody else
That's
just
the
thinks
point.
it's just some sort of mystery meat.
I've always had a violent heart. And I struggled with it for a long time. But then the world ended and I was shown the truth. By cordyceps. What does cordyceps do? Is it evil? No. It's fruitful. It multiplies. And it secures its future with violence if it must.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because you can handle it. The way the others can't. I'm a shepherd surrounded by sheep. And
You know,
all
this
I
is
want
crazy.
is an equal. I can tell the others to stop looking for him. They'll spare him.
Really?
If he leads us in peace, they will just let him go. They do what I tell them to do.
Right.
Think of what we could do together. As strong as we are, imagine the life we could build.
Okay. Remember that element I was talking about from the game that I didn't think carried over to the show? It did. Ooh. Just like the game.
You little cunt. Let's see what I go tell the others now.
Ellie,
What?
tell them that Ellie is the little girl who broke your fucking finger!
Yes.
How did you put it? Tiny little pieces?
This whole scene was like so similar to the game. They threw in a little bit extra, but that's fine. And the shape that he's in too, you just know he's doing this for Ellie, save her. Shimmer! Ooh. And that tells him everything right there. Everything he needs to know about this place. They were doing it for a while.
Wait, don't do it, please don't do it, please
You
don't!
had your chance.
No, I'm infected!
You should be worshiping her.
I'm sorry, you. Roll on my sleeve, look at it. Look
See
at
it for yourself.
What did you say? Everything happens for a reason, right?
No.
Tainted
Not
meat.
returned by now. This isn't real.
Tainted meat.
Shut up. You eating Jameson? Shut up!
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, he died quick. I mean, I guess that would kill you quick, but not the best.
There's no way out, Ellie. The doors are locked, and I have the keys. I know you're not infected. No one infected fights this hard to stay alive.
This banner in the back there.
You don't know what I could have given you
You eat people.
if you would just let me. Ellie.
Sneak attack. She got him in the gut, yup.
I thought you already knew.
This bastard.
The fighting is the part I like the most.
Come on, Ellie. Woo! Just going off right now. The camera work for this too. So intense, so good. That was, it lined up spot on with the game, except for here. In the game, Joel finds her there. Pretty much the same though.
It's okay, baby girl.
He said the line with his watch in view there, In frame. So good. You love to see it. These two, man. I do not want the show to end because when is House of the Dragon get back? 2024? Well, we're gonna have to wait 2025 for season 2 of this show? My god. So freaking good though. But alright guys. That was The Last of Us season 1, the penultimate episode for the first season, episode 8, When We Are in Need. And man, I freaking really enjoyed this episode. There were so many instances where it was the video game brought to life, brought to live action. And like I've said before, like, you don't need to change things unless you can actually improve something to make it better. There's no need for change. Like, there's no need to switch up scenes, change the dialogue. Like, sometimes in this show, they're saying the exact lines word for word that is in the game, which is absolutely amazing to me because I've gone over it before, but every other instance where there's been an adaptation from a video game to film or to TV show, they just fuck it up. They just never follow things as they should. So to see things actually be followed here, not to a T, not perfectly, not exactly, not verbatim, but it doesn't need to be, because when you're following it closely enough, this show just shows you how good the final product could actually be. I mean, The Walking Dead, because I always go back to that show because it's obviously very similar in nature in regards to infected zombies, post-apocalyptic. So it's very easy to compare the two. But the thing about that show was it would definitely follow the main storyline, the main story beats from the comics, but it was switching a lot of things up along the way, a lot of filler episodes, and I felt like the comics just moved at a brisker pace and they got to the main story beats quicker. So that's kind of why I felt like The Walking Dead, they deviated too far sometimes, even though they were following the same main storyline. But with this show, it's definitely following closer to the games, and you guys can see it in the final product here. It makes for a better show overall, just staying closer to the original material, which is nice to see, because so many times with all these adaptations, they just never do that. Even one of my favorite books of all time, it's a very short book, but I Am Legend, man, I feel like there's a theme here. I really like these post-apocalyptic things, but one of my favorite books, obviously everybody has seen the movie with Will Smith, but I actually really like the movie as well, but it deviates too far from the actual book. Like, even when I was watching that movie, as much as I liked it, I was like, man, why can't you just make a film based off the actual book? Like, it's the same storyline, I guess. Like, yes, you have a man who's the final man on Earth, but the books, it's so much better. I don't want to, like, that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day, but man, it was just so much better in the book. Like, there was no need to actually change it. We still got a good final product for the film. I still enjoyed it, but the book was so much better and so much different. So yeah, that's why when it comes to these adaptations, we just never get something like this. And I know I've kind of been harping on this for a while, so let's get into the actual episode itself, because this episode was fantastic. Like I said at the very start of my introduction as well, it was my favorite part, my favorite portion of the game, aside from the climax in the finale, which I'm really looking forward to in the show. God damn, they better kill it with that next episode, because whoo, it's going to be hitting on some heavy stuff. Really looking forward to it, but I'll save that whole discussion for the next episode. Back to this one, the stuff involving the cannibals and David. They got a really good actor to play David as well, because initially going into this episode, I wasn't sure if Troy Baker, the voice actor Joel in the games, was going to be playing him or not. I knew that he was going to be playing like an integral part of the episode, but I wasn't sure exactly of his casting, who he was playing exactly. So I'm kind of glad that he wasn't just cast as David, even though I felt like he would have done a good job, but it would have been better. Actually, no, I feel like this is definitely better, the route that they did take, because I was thinking there for a second, would we ever seen Joel versus Joel? But that doesn't actually take place. It's really Ellie versus David, or Ellie versus Joel from the game. So it's definitely, I'm glad they went this route. It's definitely a better route than just straight up casting Troy Baker as David. But man, this actor, I don't know where I've seen him before, but he did a fantastic job in the role of David, and much love to Troy Baker as well. He definitely did well with his on-screen. I don't think I've ever seen him in a live action role before, so he definitely did well in that role. But the main actor that was playing David, I thought he did fantastic. They definitely switched it up a little bit, at least from what I remember from the game, though, because I don't remember it being that so religious, that group. We never really got too much of a backstory for that group, so I guess that was the extra extra layer or extra element that they could give this group through a TV show because we never got in the game. They were pretty much just like, all right, here's some cannibals, take them out. So and we pretty much got the same thing here, but I felt like we went through things quicker because I gotta say this one thing too, because we really haven't been getting a lot of infected in this show. Like I saw somebody else complain about it. I don't know where. It might have been Angry Joe, but throughout the series, like 8 episodes now, we're almost at the end of the season of the first season, and we really haven't gotten a lot of infected, which is kind of crazy. So I was kind of thinking there, like, are we gonna get some battles with the infected, some combat with the infected this episode? And we did not. I was kind of expecting some stuff to go down when Ellie first came across, I forget his name in the actual show, but Troy Baker and David in the show when they first met once they came across after the deer was shot. So it was like, all right, we're probably going to see some infected here. They're going to kind of work together, take out the infected, and that's when Troy Baker shows up, very similar to the game, or exactly like the game. But that was not the case. We didn't get any affected at all. I guess the only affected was Ellie herself, but she's not really affected. And I don't really know if she actually carries the disease or not. I guess she doesn't because the dog didn't recognize her, and even though she did bite David, I don't think he ever would have turned because I don't think the disease actually spread throughout her like that. So even though she was infected or initially bit, she had contact with the infected and never actually passed through her. So I don't think she has the ability to do that. It was never really touched upon in the game. Like she threatens that for sure. She's like, oh yeah, you're fucked now. And then going back to The Walking Dead too, tainted meat. But yeah, seeing how things actually played out with the battle between Ellie and David, that was great to see because it was pretty much exactly like the game, except they kind of got to it a little bit quicker. I felt like, man, it's been a while since I played the game, but I feel like you take out some of the community either as Ellie or as Joel. These episodes are only an hour long, so at the end of the day, obviously they got to cut out a lot of stuff from the games, but I feel like they're really cutting out a lot of combat and battle scenes, so we got to the final encounter with David a lot quicker than we actually do in the games while Joel's making his way over. Well, he's injured, and man, those scenes where Joel was like super injured, fucking up the rest of that group, that was so great to see because it was pretty much like his best imitation of Rambo, and I am fully here for it. Joel, man, the entire time I was just like, come on, Joel, you got this, Joel. Come on, Joel, Ellie needs you. So apologies for that, but even though I know how it plays out, or at least I think I do going in these episodes, like, I still root for these characters, and I'm still like that invested where I'm still yelling at the screen like, come on, Joel, you got this. So yeah, that whole scene there where he was taking out the henchmen, those goons there in the wilderness, or I guess in the burbs, in the snow, that was freaking fantastic, and I was fully here for it. The one in the basement too, man, that was so dope, so intense while he's creeping down. He actually moved out like the briefcase that was like protecting the door by Ellie, and Ellie did her best. Major shout out to her too, even though she got caught pretty quick in the snow with the horse. And RIP Shimmer, got to pour out some liquor for Shimmer. My God, every show that I watch, the horses never survive. I feel like HBO, AMC, they hate horses. It's so bad to say, but it's true. Shimmer, I'm going to miss you, bud. But at least we didn't get to see the cannibals eat Shimmer, so that's one positive. But yeah, going back to the battles, because Ellie got caught very quick in the snow while she tried to lure everybody away from Joel. And then when the other goons, they did find Joel in the basement, man, that whole scene, like, shanked him, stabbed, like, creeped up on him too, popped up out of nowhere. It was pretty much like Michael Myers in Halloween Ends. So he got the kill after he stabbed him, then he like took him down to the floor, laid there with him. That was so intense. Then finally, Joel made his way over to Ellie as she was having her boss encounter, her boss fight with David. And it was pretty much very much like the game where she's like creeping around and she's like had to creep up on him and then stab him, take him out. I think she stabbed him in the gut here. You have to do that a few times in the games and then in the game. And yeah, eventually he got her down and then he got on top of her, which really sucked to see. I hated that scene because you root for her. It's like Ellie's like pretty much like Oliver daughter at this point, especially if you're old like me, not as old as Joel. I'm not 56, but I'm getting up there. So yeah, you pretty much like, you look at her like she's your daughter, so you want to protect her very much in the same sense that Joel does. So when David's on top of her, just like you're like disgusted by that. It's like, fuck, he actually got her, and you don't want to see that. So when she grabs, I think it was like the meat cleaver or hatchet, I think it was a meat cleaver, and then she just starts whacking away. And man, I felt like I got emotional that scene, or the scene right afterwards as well, where she's just whacking away, chopping away at him itty bitty bits. Man, that was so great to see because it was so similar to the game. And that scene is so important from the game as well. The only slight difference afterwards was Joel pretty much finds her, like, as soon as she like drops it, or I think she might have took like her final swing while she still has the weapon in her hand. Like, Joel pretty much comes up on her and like lets her know that he's there, and I think she even like turns around to swing on him at first. I could be wrong about that, but in the show she actually walks outside, like she has a minute there to breathe, and that's when Joel stumbles upon her. But it wasn't too much of a difference. It really doesn't change much overall. But then he says the line afterwards where he's like, baby girl, like, man, just thinking about that, just knowing their relationship now, how far they've come, what Joel's lost, and whew, you love to see it, man. The actors in this show, they're doing such a great job, and that's such a like integral part of the game. I'm glad that they freaking nailed it in this show as well, because I was listening for it. I'm like, as much as I talk for these reactions, as much as it might piss some people off, at the end of the day, it's a reaction, you gotta talk. But I was listening for that line, so once he actually said it, man, yeah, I got a little bit choked up just like I am right now, and that was freaking great to see. Highlighted the episode for me, along with Ellie just having her boss encounter there. I'm so excited for the finale, the season 1 finale, because the penultimate episode definitely lived up to expectations. If there's one thing I could have requested is a little bit more infected. Hopefully we get some for the finale, because yeah, it's been a while since we've seen any clickers. I want more clickers, man. So I feel like we've only got them, what, episode 2 and 5. So you got to give me a little bit more clicker action than that. So I really hope, fingers crossed, that we get some next episode. And obviously there's some integral stuff that we got to see next episode as well. Not going to spoil it for anybody, but for anybody that hasn't seen it, well, I should say first, for anybody that has seen it and has played the games, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about and what I'm looking forward to. For anybody that hasn't, it's the final cherry on top for the story overall. So I really hope they nail the finale and stick the landing, because this entire series has been absolutely fantastic so far. I've been loving it. You guys, as far as I can tell, have been loving it as well. The ratings are still through the roof. So yeah, one more episode to go, guys. We are so close to the end now. Whew, I'm excited for the finale. Hopefully you guys are as well, but as always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys could like, subscribe, it really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I am not the one to be yo-yo, and when you put that shit on me, then I watch you leave, let you back in, you came back in and shit on me, drag me along for a week till my heart